Well, Henkels McCoy, was founded in 1923, and we have four operating business focus, if you would. Power, pipeline, renewable energy, and then the communications division and networks, which is my division. We're national. We've got offices throughout the country. We're dependable, and we have a real long track record and references that we can provide. And that our group, the wireless group, is focused on providing DAS and Wi-Fi solutions, both in building and out of building, and of course the hybrid, campus type of solution. Okay, so our strategy in the market is to focus first on our existing basic customers in the carrier, federal, the integrators, and then the enterprise. And we're having tremendous success with those customers because obviously it's exploding in each market, the bandwidth demand. So our focus is, though, to not just provide the product and be an installation company, but it's to do a full design and understand the RF environment for our customers. Well, DAS is the darling right now. It's, as we know, coverage was the key component to building out the cellular networks, and now it's really capacity. Again, the trend is very strong bandwidth demands on the network, building out capacity in largely the public venues and facilities like that, the stadiums particularly, hotels, airports. So that's really where hospitals and universities would be the real big markets where they're all adopting this. And we see our mix here basically about a 30-40-30. And the 30 carrier, 40 federal government, and then 30 enterprise is really our split that we're expecting. And we're seeing more of a tick up in the carrier side because they're just so busy with the DAS now. So that ratio may shift a little bit. But again, the federal is just a great market for us. We satisfy a lot of security requirements. We've been embedded for years. There's legislation called WINET, W-I-NET, that has not been passed, but it's going to be put forward shortly. And that's asking all federal facilities, or mandating federal facilities, to provide Wi-Fi service anywhere there's a public area. So that's going to really expand the market.
The best way to put it is this. When you're working with a carrier, you have to be cognizant of the enterprise customer's needs, but you always have to remember who your customer is, the carrier. They're driving the business, you're driving the physical solution and getting it done. So the things you pay most attention to are the workmanship you perform, the design capabilities you bring to the table, and the final execution. And doing things on time and technically accurate are really the bottom line.
One of our tenets is very strict project management orientation, and they respond to that quite a bit. And then in the in-building wireless, standardizing on the IB-Wave design platform, and that's something we've invested a lot of training and acquisition of the tools. So
the organization from top down is committed to doing things the same way all the way across the board. So when we're doing a multi-site rollout for a carrier, every site's done the right way. And if you're doing 15 sites, you learn something from site 1 that you apply to site 2, to site 3, to site 4, and so on and so forth. So operational excellence is a Henkels McCoy hallmark at this point.